Hi, my name is Dylan Hamilton, and today I'm going to be talking about my progress in Portfolio 1. So to start off, we have the goals that I set for myself at the beginning of the month. My first one was to work on Josh Collier's website. My second one was to work on the marketing for the AFO's Facebook page. And then my last one was to work on the Full Sail Let's Plays Club, their marketing. So for Josh Collier's website, my goals were to create new visuals that would be stimulating to the eye and consistent with the brand, create a home page and the about page for publishing, and create the Creative Lounge and published work page also ready for publishing. So for creating new visuals, I wanted to make sure that it had a cleaner look. As you can see in the left version of the about, it's very busy. There's a lot going on. And so my goal, after talking to Emily, was to cut down all the extra designs that weren't really necessary. So we have the one on the right, which I think is a lot better. It's much cleaner and it's still consistent with his brand, and I'm very happy with how that turned out. Working on the home and about pages, I want to make sure that they remain professional while also keeping his personality, because he has a very unique personality that's very fun and also kind of like odd and quirky, and so I wanted to make sure that I maintained all of those elements when trying to make his about and home page, which is why we have the Let's Be Weird together, because it's very Josh, and it just works out really well. And I ended up making both pages finished and published on time, actually ahead of time, which I'm very happy about. So working on the Creative Lounge and Published Works page, I wanted to make sure that these were more fun places of like the website, where it's much more about the content. On the Published Works website or page, you can go and you can click places, all the ones where he's been published online. You can go and read those articles. And then in the Creative Lounge is where he has where all of his weird ideas just kind of are allowed to just do whatever. It's like a free write area for him just to put the ideas down. And then I also came up with the idea for game reviews, because he loves doing game reviews, and this would be a really great way for him to connect with people who also enjoy video games as much as he does. So overall, I'm very happy with how those all turned out, and also finished those all on time, which I'm also very happy about. And the page is actually published and live, so this whole section of this goal is phenomenal. I love how it turned out. Definitely there's room for improvement, as there always is, but hopefully we'll settle with that for right now. Moving forward, for the marketing for the AFO Facebook page, my goals were to collect assets and publish the page, create a posting schedule, which would then help gain a following, and my goal was to get 700 likes on the Facebook page. So for creating the assets and publishing the page, there was a slight hiccup with communication. I work with the game show coordinator, who is below the totem pole on the AFO's host. And so I was told by the coordinator that the AFO logo did not need to be on the game show logo, and then when I went to publish the page, was told that it wouldn't be published until the AFO logo was on there. So as a result, I had to tweak things around and change it, and I ended up actually really happy with its final design, because it looks a lot better than it did before. So I'm really happy with that. I ended up changing the color schemes. I got rid of the green and the blue entirely, and just stuck with a black, white, and red. And I like how it turned out, and I'm really glad that I had this experience, because it was like it was a real experience. It was something that could genuinely happen in the industry. So when it came to creating a posting schedule, I had an idea of sharing memes, which are a really great way to help build an audience, get likes and shares, and just kind of reach further out and get people to want to share what you're doing. And so I ended up asking a lot of the people who were working in the same team as I was to get some memes around for me, because I personally am not a big fan of anime. So as a result, I didn't know what anime memes would be funny and which ones would not be. And as a result, we ended up with a bunch of memes and a posting schedule of every day at 8 p.m. a meme would be shared. And I'm really happy with how that turned out, because when we go to the get 700 likes goal, it increased. We have a lot of views and engagements, and it all went up when we started sharing the memes. My goal was 700 likes. However, that was, after talking with the Game Store coordinator, that was not realistic. I based the original number off of 10% of AFO's homepage likes, which was 7,000, so I took 10% of that for 700, and after talking to the coordinator, he said that on average about 2,000 people go to the event, so getting 200 likes would be a really, really great start. And even then, we still don't have that right now. My goal is to actually, I'm going to continue working on this, and by the end of, when AFO actually happens in June, I want to have the 200 likes on the page by then. So this was the only goal that was like kind of really, I couldn't make, and I'm really upset about that because I couldn't really change it because it was too late. But moving forward to the Full Sail Let's Play marketing, my goals were to create a Facebook page, film an introduction video for the channel, and complete editing for the first episode. And 2 of these goals I met, and 1 of them I had to tweak a little bit due to circumstances. So moving forward with that. The creating a Facebook page, I actually made a new banner and icon that would consistently work together hand in hand, whereas it previously they didn't look like they were made to be by each other. And the Facebook page is now live, and it already has about 20 likes, which I'm very happy about because that was a side goal that I had just for myself personally, and I met that really easily. And I'm very happy with how the brand for everything looks. I love the curves because I went for a more creative, no real edginess to it, literally, and it just turned out very well. When it came to filming an introduction video for the channel, there was actually an event that happened to where one of our hosts for the introduction had a sick family member and just wasn't okay to film. And so rather than just count that as a failed goal, I switched it to something else, and I focused more on the marketing for the Full Sail Let's Plays, specifically trying to increase the online presence that it had. And so one of the ways I did this was by creating a Twitter, which you can see down below, and using Twitter to help share and raise awareness for the channel and to just get more of an online presence where we're available on multiple different social media outlets. And then the last part was to complete editing the first episode, which is done and is live and available for viewing. I used iMovie as opposed to Premiere because I still don't feel confident using Premiere. However, using iMovie took a lot of extra time because there were a lot of extra steps I had to do. I'd have to add something in, export it, add something else in, export that, and just keep on doing the same very strenuous it took 12 hours to edit 19 minutes of footage, which is insane. But it is uploaded, and I'm actually really happy with how it edited because it's clean. It's clean in consideration to how it was done, and I'm very, very proud and happy with that. So what's left to do? There's actually a few goals the 2 goals that I kind of wasn't able to work on, which was to get 200 likes and filming introductions, are things I plan on doing in the next month. I'm really happy with how much I did get done, and I got more done than I thought I would. I was kind of put on a tighter schedule because of me leaving early. So moving to time spent, I spent my time very, very wisely, I feel like. I got everything that I needed done ahead of time, and I was ready and presented, and everything just went really, really well, and I'm really proud of how I managed my time as wisely as I did. When looking at what's relevant in what I did this month, I would want to say that everything I did was relevant. I love branding, and I love creating online presences for people, and I just like helping people give themselves an identity. And so for me, when all 3 of my goals involved doing something like that, it was a really good time, and it was all relevant to what I plan on doing when I go out into the industry myself. So when I look at how what I did this month reflects on who I am, I learned that I'm actually way more talented than I give myself credit for. Looking at some of the things that I've done and accomplished, they look good. And considering that I came here with no training in a lot of these things, and I'm already like doing all these projects and already a part of so many things, it really helped open my eyes to say I'm actually not as bad as I think I am, and that I need to have more confidence in what I do moving forward. And when it comes to advice for other people who will be taking this class, my best advice will say give yourself really hard goals. really challenge yourself. Don't just think, oh, I need to do something, I'm just going to make up a goal, or I'm going to do a really easy goal that I can accomplish, because you don't get as much out of it and you don't feel as good when you accomplish those goals. Because the fact that I accomplished all of my goals in a short time, and they were really big goals, and I built a website, and I got two Facebook pages that I'm now managing and editing, and all these things I didn't think I would be able to do, and I did that in a shorter time than normal. I'm really proud of myself, and that takeaway is just fantastic and amazing, and I highly recommend when people do set their goals that they set them kind of high. Set your standards high, because if you don't view yourself to a higher standard, then no one else will, and you need to be the one to make that first step. So thank you so much for watching my presentation, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, this is Dylan Hamilton. Have a good one.